Good morning, everybody. We are in parashat Vayishlach. Vayishlach, Yaakov. Let's see what the parasha is telling us in the beginning. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, that is Vayishlach. Where is Vayishlach? Vayishlach Yaakov. Here, okay. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim lefanav v'lesav achiv arza seir sde odom. So, we seeing here, Yaakov is sending angels. Angels? How can it be? Angels to Esau, his brother, to the land of Seir, Sde Edom. He orders them to what to tell to Esau. First, I want to understand. How is it possible that Yaakov is sending angels? You know, there is a law till today. By the way, it's also today this law exists. You're not allowed to send a coin to do... like bring a glass of water. Yeah, it's funny, but that's because a Kohen is in a service of God. He's holy. He's got holiness. And okay, I'm not going to go into all the details, but definitely sending angels. Who are you to send angels? So the explanation that say it wasn't really angels and malachim, the meaning of messengers. So he sent messengers to his brother. But there are a lot of them say he sent as angels. But who are those angels? When we go in the end of the last parasha, what are those angels? Those are the angels that were made by Yaakov himself. As we said, the angels that go on the ladder, Malachei Elokim olim v'yordim, they're going up and down. Those are the angels that you create by yourself. You do something good, there is an angel, and the angel goes up and brings it down all the good from heaven. And those angels that are standing in right front of him, they are the angels that he made. So if there is angels, it's no problem to send them. There is a lot of double meaning in our parsha. For example, when we say, Vayishlach Yaakov el Esau achiv, okay, you can say Esau, we know it's his brother. You can say achiv, we know it's Esau. Esau achiv, we can also understand. But listen, Kotomru la Adoni le Esau. This is what you're going to say to my Lord, my master, my Adon, Esau. If it would written La Adoni Esau, I can understand. But that's what written. You tell Le to my Lord, to my master, to Esau. Again Lamed, again two. And it looks like we're talking about two persons. And then when we go on, and the angels come back and they tell him, wow, we see your brother coming when he comes with 400 people. So now he doesn't know what to do. But before we're going to deal with this, I want to look a little further, because we're going to go and talk about this meaning. He's asking God, because he doesn't know now, my brother is coming for good, is coming for war, or for love. What is going to be? So he separates his people to two. The first camp, the first part is going to be with white flags, like the symbol of peace, love, and the other half behind is with weapons. If there is a war, they are going to fight. But listen to what Yaakov is asking from God. Atzileni na miyad achi miyad Esau. Save me for my brother, not Esau, from Esau. Again, mi yad achi, mi yad Esau. Like you're talking to two persons. And we have it again in the Parsha. What wants the Torah tell us? What is Yaakov really asking? So first of all, Atzileni miyad achi, it's like when he comes to me like a brother with love and hugging and kissing. So this is my brother. When he comes to me as Esau of Russia, he wants to fight like an enemy, thus the other person. But I want to understand something. Atzileni miyad achi, you're asking God to save you from your brother if he comes to hug you and kiss you from love? We understand that you're asking God to help you with Esau of Russia when he comes for a fight, to kill you. But when he comes with love, why do you need saving? Atzileni, and what is first? Listen. Atzileni, first of all, Yaakov is asking, save me for my brother, and only then from Esau. So first of all, we have to understand something. He doesn't know what Esau is doing. Now, it can be also that Esau, if we know it's Esau Rasha, I know how to deal with him. But maybe he comes as his brother, but he's not brother. It looks from outside, he's going to kiss me and hug me, but that's not the real meaning. So I want you, God, to save me from this. But the point is much deeper. Atzilenia miyad achi miyad Esav is when we know the enemy. This is our enemy. We know how to fight him. But when the enemy comes to us and hugging us and showing us love, and the real enemy is inside. Yes, he's showing love, but this is Yetzer Hara. This is the bad inclination. He wants to show us the beautiful world, the physical world, all the materialistic things, and he's hugging us and kissing us, and he wants us to come with him. He wants us to come with him, and unfortunately, this is not the way of the Torah. So the hug sometimes of a brother can have inside the most corrupt things that can be and lead us to the worst of worst. Because when you fight somebody physically, as we see with the fight with an angel also, he was fighting with an angel in the parasha, and when he's fighting with the angel, 1 minute here. ויוותר יעקב לבדו, and Yaakov stayed by himself, alone. ויאבק איש עמו, and the angel is fighting with him. It's written ish, but I'm not going to know the explanation of this, but his angel is ויוותר ויאבק איש עמו עד עלות השחר, till the morning came, and then he tells him וירא כי לא יכול לו. You see, he's the angel, so he cannot do it, so he hurt him on his foot. ותקע כף ירך יעקב ואבקו עמו ויאמר שלחני, and he says, send me because it's morning, I have to go. Now there are a lot of things, very interesting things here, but let's go back to how Yaakov is behaving. So he's separating and he's coming to his brother with two camps, one with peace and the other one for war. And you have to understand, Yaakov has got no meaning to lose people. The first part of his camp, which is going with white flags or whatever in peace, they are going, if they see that Esau comes for war, they are going to go to the sides, and from behind there will the other camp with the weapons come out and fight Esau. So nobody is going to lose, he's not going to lose anybody. But if he comes in peace, so showing all the flags, and the part from behind, they are going to hide the weapons, and everything is good. And as we said, the main problem of Yaakov, as we see later on, when Esau wants to escort him, he says, no, I'm going by myself, don't worry. He wants to put people in and say, no, don't bother. Why? Because he knows exactly that you remember when they were fighting in the belly of their mother, and the minute that they were coming near a church or let's say a church, the Esau wanted to come out. When they came near a Bes Midrash, a synagogue, Yaakov wanted to go out. They were fighting about this, the holiness. And when we're talking about trying to get out of the belly of the mother, there was this guy who asked I think it was a Rashiv Zatzal, I don't remember. And he asked him, he had a problem, he had this kid, and he wanted to send him to a school. And he had two schools near his house. One was, for many years, very good, very high standard. And the other one was new. But the new one maybe was not the same standard as the old one, but it was much better families. And you know what the Rav answered him? What do you think? He says, you go to the school with the better company and not with a better standard. And he says, you know how we learn it? From Esau and Yaakov in the belly of the mother, in the womb of the mother. Because in the womb of the mother, there is a midrash that says that there is an angel who is teaching the kid, the infant, the whole Torah. Now I want to ask you, if you have an angel teaching you the Torah, why do you want to go outside to learn Torah from a human being? An angel! But if your company is Esau Rasha, you don't learn with him. It doesn't matter who is your teacher. And this is exactly the point. The fright of Yaakov from Esau, understanding the bad influence that he's got, He has to get as far away from him as he can. And also now in the meeting with all the hugging, and because Esau is hugging him and kissing him, but he knows this hug is very dangerous. And we see it all around. When we look around and we see the behavior of people, how the influence is on us, and sometimes we get to the point that we are tolerating it, and we're going with it. Look what's going on. It's unbelievable. Things that are against the Torah, and they glorify them, and going against the Shabbos, against the... I don't want to go into it. We all know the environment. But Baruch Hashem, there is also a waking up of a lot of Chozrim B'Tshuva, people coming back to the Torah. But the problem is still here, and this is our job, to be aware of the hag of Esau Rasha. And we have to understand something else. When we're talking about Esau Rasha understands one language. The language he understands is power. And in order to understand this, we're talking about power, we're talking about So let's talk about Esau Rasha a little. First of all, the angel of Esau wants to go when the morning comes. He wants to go. I have to go, and this is also a symbol of Yetzer Hara, of the evil part of life. You go to a pub. Have you been in a pub? Is it lit up, or you sit in the darkness? You sit in the darkness, because the minute you will the light will come on, you will see how you look and how the people around you look after they drank who knows how much, and you will the picture is going to be miserable. A better story. This guy who never been in a cinema comes to the big city. Comes to the big city. And he says, well, there's a movie. Oh, he goes to the cinema to see a movie. And they're sitting there, everybody, and suddenly, light off, and the screen lightens up, and he sees the movie. And I don't understand. Why don't they have light? With the light, they will see much better. So the next day, he comes with a torch. And the minute that the cinema is dark, the light is off, he turns on his torch, a big torch, and directs it to the screen. And what happens now? All the picture goes. All the images on the screen go, because the light disturbs them. And every shout, turn off the light, turn off the light. This is exactly our problem. We are in a movie. We, in this, let's say, this fourth world, this Alma de Shikra, and we're enjoying all those materialistic things, all the physical things, all those, let's say, desires that we have, the lustful things. And we don't, if somebody wants to light us the darkness with the torch to show us the Torah, the light of the Torah, what do we say? Turn off the light. This was again exactly the problem with Hanukkah, with the Greeks. The Greeks didn't want us to be, let's say, to kill us. They wanted us to convert. They wanted us to go with their ideal of beauty and culture and leave our truth, the miserable truth, sitting and learning, sitting in synagogue, not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that, not allowed to do this. This was the fight. And the influence is bad because people, unfortunately, went to this side. Because we are living in a movie, and we don't want the light to turn on to disturb us with the joys of the physical life, with all the things that we love in this life. But this is exactly the point. This is Atzileni Miyad Achi. Save me from my brother. Show me the light. Show me the light of the Torah. Yes, maybe it's not convenient, but it's all nonsense, because the real joy and the real truth is in the Torah. This is the real world. So let us go out of the movie. Turn on the light. Leave the movie. Go and live in the way of the Torah. This is Atzileni Miyad Achi Miyad Esav. From the other side, another point I want to mention is when we talk about Esau, to understand who Esau is. Esau is one that fights against the truth, against the true world. I don't want to go into it. You know what? I want to go to this direction what we were talking about, and tell you a story. Years ago, I think it was in England, in one of the communities there was a rabbi. I don't remember the name, so don't take me. There is it's a true story. And there was the president of the congregation. He was not exactly a very, let's say, a very orthodox guy. As we know, around the world, there are a lot of communities like this. And because he was one of the richest guys in the community, he was elected to be the head, the minister, the president of the shul, of the synagogue. And the rabbi, he wanted to do a lot of things in order to show the light of the Torah, as we said before. Unfortunately, he was all the time disturbing. One day he comes to him and says, I need your help. The rabbi could not believe he needs my help. Yes, what's the problem? He says, my daughter wants to marry a goy. I need you to talk with her. She cannot do this. We are Jewish. Because, you know, everybody's got his limits. And he couldn't believe that his daughter wants to marry a goy. So the rabbi says, no problem, send her to me. And she comes in, and he realized after 2 minutes that there is nobody to talk here.